All right, here we go. We're going to be using a new website today. The website is called Desmos. You have two options. You can just be bringing it up on your Chromebook, or if you want to download the app, you can do that as well. I would recommend downloading the app on your phone because then you're not switching back and forth between the screens trying to copy down the problems today. But again, that's up to you. You could try it on either one, maybe decide what you want. But last week we were graphing these by hand. And actually, we started the chapter by graphing these by hand. But today we're going to use a program called Desmos. Now, before I go any further, I want to say the following. If it asks you to solve using elimination or substitution, you still have to show work and show me that 4-step process that was in your quiz video that some of you unfortunately did not follow. So, need to make sure if it says substitution or elimination, follow the 4 steps that are outlined. However, if it says graphing, sometimes you might just have to copy the graph down or whatever the case may be. So you go to the website desmos.com. You don't have to log in, at least I haven't found a reason to log in yet. Not for what we're doing. Click on graphing calculator and let's plug in number 1. And right off the get-go, I'm going to point something out to you guys. If I do 2/3 x and I leave that x on the bottom, you notice how you get a curved line? Well, we don't want that. We want 2/3 of x multiplication, and then it's minus 1. We're not dealing with curved lines this chapter. We're dealing with straight lines. So I'll get rid of that one. And then my second one was negative x plus 4. Okay, and the cool thing about this is it does intercepts, or I can come here right where they cross and find the intersecting point of 3, 1. So I come back over here and I could draw a text box if you're using Cami and put my parentheses and do 3, 1. If you are not using Cami, you could print it and write your answers and then take a picture. And then option 3 today would be, I have my daughter Riley in this class, even though she's in kindergarten. You could add or create a Google Doc. That allows me to. There it is. And I could just make a list. I think there's 10 problems. 1, 2, go all the way down, and I could just write my answers that way as well. Whatever works for you. So back to where I was. I'm going to do them right here on this. So back to Desmos. It's very easy to use. When I'm done, X out. Put in number 2. X minus y equals 7. X minus y equals 7. And x minus y equals negative 4. And the other cool thing about Desmos is that you can come over here and use your mouse, scroll in and out, or you can go over here. You can hit the home screen and it'll bring you back. But you'll notice on these lines, they are parallel. They're never going to cross. So that was a nice, good second problem here. So when they're parallel and they never cross, this is important to note for a couple questions later in your assignment. Parallel lines that never cross have no solution. Right, and one more. I don't know if there's any on here, but I'm going to do one more example. So if I get rid of these, let's do this one. Let's type in 10x. Now, hopefully you're doing these with me. So this will be the third problem that you've tried. Either you got to pause the video or whatever you got to do. 10x plus 5y equals 15. And then I also want you to enter in y equals negative 2x plus 3. And you'll notice now, when I zoom in here and kind of drag it around, when I click on my red one, there's my red one, and so I'm turning these on and off. And then when I go and turn this one on, it's the same line. And it kind of looks like it blended the color. I had red and blue, and that looks a little purplish. Because if I click off the red, it changes to blue. Add it in, it makes it a little purple or gray color or whatever you want it to be. So that's the same line. So this is when, if that was on here, it's not, it's just a problem I made up because I wanted you to see it. This one here we would be typing. Go here, hit enter. This answer would be infinite solutions. But we're not doing that. So it might pop up, might not. That's it for today. Okay? So you just gotta go through these 2 pages, 1 through 10, and then down here there are 3 questions I want you to answer. Asking what has 1 solution, no solution, or infinitely many solutions. And this is, what does this mean about the line? I just did 3 examples. Each one of those examples should correlate to one of those questions. That is it. Have a good day.